Hello, and welcome to the second video I'm making based on a concept that was present in the official Warrior Cats survey from a couple weeks ago. This one will be the Warrior Cats subscription service. Pay a monthly fee for exclusive Warrior Cats content. And let me just start off by saying I don't think this is a bad idea. Paying to be a Warrior Cats fan is something we've all done unless you exclusively get your Warriors books from the library, I guess. But sure, I pay money for Warriors books and Warriors merch. I'm not gonna spit at the fact that they want my money. It's part of being a consumer of media. However, there are still good ways and bad ways to do a subscription service. With the good way, obviously meaning that we're getting our money's worth in content. So here are the top 5 things I would pay for Warrior Cats to give me. Number 5. Articles from the editor and the story team. Okay, we technically already get this for free, but as someone who writes videos every week, I know writing could be hard. So I could support it if they wanted to make these articles exclusive. These give us an inside perspective on what ideas and morals the team is going for when they make new books. It's just nice to have that. Number 4. Official author and story team Q&As. So how this would work is that signing up for the service gets you a little submission box for questions. And every so often they'll choose 10 questions or so from the pool and make a post with the answers. There could be problems with people mostly asking questions about canon and answers that end up conflicting with it, but that has always been a thing with asking the authors questions, so it's nothing new. And in this sense, it's actually better and much more organized. Editors could carefully review the questions and answers to make sure they don't conflict with existing canon or make drastic additions to the canon. Number 3. A podcast. One of the potential rewards mentioned in the survey was a podcast. And honestly, having a podcast with members of the story team or even just the website team would be really neat. There's this barrier between them and the fanbase, and having this sort of thing would really just break it down and help us see them as people rather than an entity. We could just get some cool tidbits about what goes into writing for Warriors, designing merch, making the website. I would love to listen. And if they wanted to make things even more exciting, they could bring in a guest every now and then. Like maybe they could get James Barry so they can talk about the art direction for the Feathertail manga, or maybe they can bring in some fan animators to talk about the Warriors map community. The possibilities are limitless. Number 2, bonus scenes. Hopefully this is the most obvious thing to include in the service. We're going to pay for this service because we like reading the books, so it's only natural that they provide us with more to read. And the format I think would work best will be the same format we've had with bonus scenes in the books, where it's a prologue and 2 chapters covering a perspective we didn't get. My favorite bonus scene is easily the J-Feather scene included with Lost Stars that I made an entire video about. If we could get this sort of thing on a monthly basis, I'd happily pay for that. Okay, before I get to number 1, I wanted to share one more thing regarding the survey that isn't something I would pay for. More so something that would be a potential opportunity for me. One of the questions in the survey asked how much we paid for Warrior Cats creators on Patreon. So I'm thinking at some point the idea crossed of adding Warriors creators to the service to write exclusive articles or make exclusive videos in exchange for payment. This will get more people interested in paying for the service and help support the creative efforts in the community. I'm not going to drag on about this since my opinion is biased, but if I was approached with this offer, I'd accept it in a heartbeat. Number 1. So what could be more juicy than an expansion of Warrior Cats canon? Well, how about some insight into how the canon was developed? Number 1 is cut content and ideas. Some behind the scenes. For example, let's say they wrote this scene about why Thornclaw didn't retire, but they left it out of the books because they were too long and had to cut some stuff that was irrelevant. This would be a great place to have this sort of thing resurface. And in addition, maybe we can get some articles written by the story team about ideas that were cut out of the final product. Maybe they brainstormed a plot idea involving Soul's return, but decided to scrap it in favor of the imposter Ashfur plot. This would just be very interesting, hearing about ideas that never came to be. It would just satisfy so much curiosity. These secrets are very much the thing that would make me most happily pay for a Warrior Cats subscription service. Bye everyone!